Hey everyone, welcome back. Coming at you live from beautiful Tivoli, Italy with an amazing sunset here over my shoulder. So let's get started. Do you remember in our last video how Latin isn't really a dead language, but it's rather the living foundation of Spanish, Italian, and French? Well, today we're going to start our journey into the most important verbs. And the very first verb that we need to tackle today is to be. This verb is absolutely essential. Think about it. We use to be every single day to identify ourselves, to describe things, and to express existence. Without it, you can't really form sentences. So it makes sense that the Romans also leaned heavily on this little word. So what is the history and the etymology of to be? Well, in Latin, the verb to be is esse, esse. It comes from the Proto-Indo-European root es, which simply meant to exist. And here's the interesting part. That root is so ancient and so universal that you can actually find it all over modern languages. For example, in English, we say is. In German, ist. In Sanskrit, one of the world's oldest recorded languages, it's also asti. All of these connect back to the same exact root. The Romans shaped it into esse. From there, it evolved differently in each of the Romance languages, but you'll recognize the family resemblance. Okay, so how did it make it into Italian, Spanish, and French? In Italian, esse became essere, essere. In Spanish, it split into ser and estar, ser and estar. Two different verbs for two different aspects of to be. And in French, it became être, être, a word that looks very different but still comes directly from Latin. So already by understanding esse, you can recognize three words in three modern languages. It's pretty simple, right? So, all right, let's try to work them out in some sentences. Italian, io sono felice, which means I am happy. Io sono felice. In Spanish, yo soy feliz. Yo soy feliz. I'm happy. And in French, je suis heureux. Je suis heureux. I'm happy. Notice that even though the verb forms look different, sono, soy, suis, sono, soy, suis, they've each taken their own path from the same ancient root. Okay, so here's a cool fact. A little historical detail. The verb to be in Latin was irregular even back then, which means that as Latin broke apart into the Romance languages, each one handled the irregularities differently. That's why ser, être, essere don't always look alike on the surface, but deep down they're all siblings from the same Latin parent. So in closing, that's our first verb, esse, to be. It may seem small, but it's one of the biggest building blocks in every Romance language. And here's why this is so exciting. By learning the Latin root one time, you're actually learning it three times. In Italian, Spanish, and in French. Less work, faster progress, more confidence when you actually speak. So in the next video, we'll explore another core verb and uncover how Latin shaped it into the languages that we know today. With each step, you'll see the connections grow, and soon you'll be speaking not just one, but 3 new languages with ease. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!